Hi, my name is Lauren Lamb, and I am from Holly Springs, North Carolina, and I'm an elementary education major at Campbell University, hoping to get an extension in special education before I graduate. It is my 5th year at Campbell and my last year in the elementary education department. Um, my anticipated date of graduation is spring 2021. And I believe that COVID has definitely impacted education as a whole in all of its realms. Personally, for me, I find it very stressful and confusing. I think that, especially from last year, our transition into the end of the semester into online classes instead of face-to-face instruction kind of threw everybody for a loop in a way. And we had to work very hard with professors as well to kind of balance it out and figure out what was going on. I think it definitely kind of dragged into this year as well with split classes for social distancing and different hour classes from what we would have had in our schedule if we didn't have COVID. But I think it is very stressful because I'm always worried that I either won't show up to class or I'll miss an assignment because I can't keep up with the weeks. I'm trying my best to create a schedule, but I'm still kind of working through which class I'm in, whether it's A class or B class, or which week it is, and I think it's just very overwhelming for me. I think it's also overwhelming for students that are in practicum or ed-TPA, or even just doing their short fields, because a lot of elementary classrooms are either doing remote learning or transition to face-to-face classes later on. And with the semester ending presumably more early than it would have, I think it's very stressful trying to figure out when people can go to those classrooms and also to try to fit it all in and get all the hours that they need. So I think that's just very overwhelming for students, and it causes a lot of extra stress because even though it's stressful anyway, it's like more to worry about. In my downtime, I really like to read, and I really like to watch Netflix. I'm pretty sure that's common, but I think with quarantine as well, I kind of just started binge watching. I hope to get from this class more confidence in my overall education standpoint. As far as, what I want to do, I think I need to become more trusting in myself and my own decisions, if that makes sense. I feel like I second guess a lot of my own thoughts and my own beliefs, and I think that I just worry too much about the outcome. Not that the outcome isn't important, but I have trouble, making my own choices and kind of just going with it. I'm always second guessing, and I never feel confident, so I think I need to work on that. Fun fact about me is that I know American Sign Language. I started learning it before coming to Campbell, and then I took some classes at Campbell, and now I'm sort of just teaching myself. I have an education, like an ASL education dictionary, so it kind of shows me like different signs and what they mean and stuff like that. So I'm kind of self-teaching at this point. But I find it really interesting, and I think it's important to know this other culture. And I really like learning about this other culture as well, because I think not enough people know about it. So it's always like seen as this kind of like taboo thing, and nobody really knows how to react to it when it's happening. And I'm always afraid of being rude or doing something that might not seem okay in that culture, so I really like learning about it so I can be more respectful of it. And my educational philosophy is that I believe that teachers really need to be adaptable and flexible. I think that's what the difference from being a good teacher to a great teacher is. I feel like, in the general sense, as educators, we're supposed to educate, but we could really go that step further and really, get to our students and impact positively their future education, which I think is really important. You always want them to look back at you and be like, wow, I really like that teacher, or I thought that teacher was really great. And you always want to give them a positive reaction when they're learning more things. I know that sometimes when you have bad teachers in certain subjects, you might not like that subject because you had that negative experience. So I want to try to avoid that and make sure students feel safe and secure in my classroom, and I hope that I can really make a positive difference in their life. But thank you for watching.